What is a dominant-submissive relationship contract? What goes in such a contract? Does every dominant and submissive relationship need one? Watch today's episode of Ask the Sub to find out. Welcome to Ask the Sub, the honest and unfiltered answers to questions you don't feel comfortable asking anywhere else in sex, life, kink, and BDSM. Hey there, I'm Veronica Yanhs, founder of Desires Laid Bare, where we teach easy and actionable kink and BDSM classes to beginners so that they can safely explore their kinky desires with confidence. Dear Veronica, what's up with a relationship needing a contract? I think it's kind of weird because it seems so formal. Can you tell me why people in dominant submissive relationships have one? Do all DS couples need one? Signed, Contractually Confused. Thanks for your question this week. Let me tell you how it all goes down. So the most prominent scene thus far in recent media is the contract scene between Anastasia Steele and Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey. This was in the first movie. So the scene is set where Christian and Anna sit at his conference table and they're going over the contract that he gives her. The contract consists of things that Anastasia will and will not do and things that Christian wants her to do. And so this scene has led a lot of people to ask why a contract is even needed in the first place. So a contract in a DS relationship is like any other contract. It's an arrangement made between the two parties involved with the aim of making sure that everything is stated really clearly and protecting the people involved. So what goes into a contract is different for every relationship depending on what they find important, but generally they're like rules or codes of conducts that each person of the relationship has agreed to abide by, or it's also a list of things that each person may or may not be interested in because it hurts them or it triggers them or it's just not something that interests them. Hence, boundaries and limits. So in terms of codes of conduct, it's how one person behaves. How does a sub address her dom? How does a dom address his or her sub? Or is there a clothing stipulation or a workout regimen or eating, whatever it is you may have? It sounds really, really crazy, but if the two people involved are happy, then who the hell cares? And like I stated before, limits and boundaries, like hard limits and soft limits of what people will and will not do, like the scene in 50 Shades of Grey. And then there are consequences, like what happens when the sub and the dom don't follow what's agreed upon. And then finally, it's just whatever else is needed. I know it sounds really, really general, but literally it's whatever the 2 or 3 or whoever people in this relationship need. And in a way, it's like a good reminder. A contract can be really, really useful because it's like a dossier of everything that you find to be extremely hot and turns you on, or things that you absolutely hate, like fears that you may have or insecurities. It's good to just list them all down because both members of the party or however members of the party can refer to this contract as like a reminder. Not every DS relationship needs a contract. Me and my dominant do not have a contract because we don't feel the need for one at this time. We have other ways of reminding ourselves and each other how we're supposed to act according to each other's preferences, and you don't need a contract to be successful. And if you want more information about contracts and how they work within a relationship, join Desires Laid Bare today. We have a class series dedicated completely to DS contracts. How to create one, how to utilize them, things to consider putting in. We have templates to make sure that every aspect of your life is covered so that you can play off of it however you want, and more. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Ask the Sub. See you next time, and stay kinky.